Hey, what's going on, guys? Richard from the Onward Men Podcast, a podcast built specifically for men that want to grow in income and impact and fulfill your God-given mission. And today, guys, is what I call Mindset Tuesday. And I'm all about the 5 M's of manhood, which are mission, money, mindset, marriage, and muscles. I say, if you can get all 5 areas down, gentlemen, then congratulations, you are a high performance man. And make no mistake about it, guys, Mindset Tuesday is probably my favorite day out of any day there is, because I feel like everything is from a corresponding mindset. And there's a great book, if you have not read it already. It's called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It is one of the best books that I have ever read in my entire life, but it's talking about the effects of your mind and how everything is construed, that you are a product of your thoughts. You are a product of what you continually think every single day, and I have definitely found that to be true in my life. But today, guys, I want to give you a framework for overcoming fear in your life. This is a bold statement, but I think that together we can help each other get over fear. Fear is such a large part of everybody's life, guys, especially mine, right? I can get in these fear ruts where I'm not even conscious about it, but I'm fearing this. I'm fearing what other people are going to say. I'm fearing what other people are going to think. I'm fearing, there's so many fears out there, guys, and a large majority of you right now are living in constant fear. Okay, so I want to give you a framework for getting over your fear, to get out of all that mental garbage, so you can pursue your dreams, so you can live your passions, so you can do what you want to do on this earth. And there's 2 major fears, guys. There's two very major fears. The number 1 fear is the fear of inadequacy, right? The fear of not measuring up, of not being enough, right? That's fear number 1. Fear number 2 is the fear of criticism, right? What are other people going to think about me? What happens if I do this? Am I doing things right? The fear of inadequacy and the fear of criticism are the 2 biggest. And what I want you guys to realize about fear is that fear is not conscious at all. Fear is all unconscious, is all subconscious. It's not like you wake up every day and you're like, man, I think I'm going to start fearing about my bank account today. Or, hey, you know what? I'm going to start fearing about when I get onto the road about hitting another car, right? You don't consciously construe fear, guys. It comes from your brain. And I want you to get this today, that all fear is a product of your brain, right? Let me tell you about 2 very important parts of your brain really quick. You have your prefrontal cortex, which is the rational side of your brain, which is the conscious side of your brain. And then you also have the reptilian brain, right? Which is the primal part of the brain. And that is responsible for your fight or flight response, right? Your fight or flight response. So where does all fear come from? All fear comes from your primal part of the brain, which is completely unconscious, guys. And you walk around and you're in fear, right? So how do you eliminate these fears? How do you eliminate these primal fears from your life? Because they're all brain-based. Well, step number one is you got to acknowledge the fear, right? Acknowledge it. Say, hey, right now I am fearful about money. Right now I am fearful about making this post because I'm worried about what other people. You got to acknowledge it and bring it to your prefrontal cortex, so now you can be conscious about the fear. So number 1 is acknowledging the fear. Number 2 is shifting your awareness, guys. Shifting your awareness, right? Think about this, right? So let's just say you're driving down the road and you're fearing about what your parents are going to say about something, or you're fearing about going to see your boss. But all of a sudden, you almost get into a car accident, right? And now your awareness shifts to almost getting into the car accident. And at that time, you completely forgot about your fear because you cannot think 2 different things at one time. So to get over the fear, step number 1 is acknowledge it. Step number 2 is shift your focus to something else. Shift your awareness to something else. Okay? And then step number 3, and this is one of the most powerful things in the human life, guys, is moving your attention, right? Move your attention. you can always move your attention. If your attention is on fear, move it to gratitude, right? Shift that attention to gratitude. And you can do that in an instant. And you'll completely eliminate the thoughts of fear. And that's a whole nother point that I want to talk to you about, guys, is that really in your life, you don't experience fear. You have thoughts of fear, which give you the experience of fear. You're only thinking fearful thoughts, right? Fear is not real, guys. Fear is just thinking fearful thoughts. And we're going to get into that in another podcast, but I want to leave you with that. So step number 1 is acknowledge the fear. Step number 2 is shift your awareness. Step number 3 is move your attention to something different. And then step number 4, guys, to eliminating fear from your life is to let it go. Just say it. I let this fear go. And be in the moment, guys. All right. The key to getting past fear is recognizing that it's all from the brain and that it's all unconscious, that you're not even thinking about it, or that it just pops up from your primal brain. So the key to getting rid of it is to make it a conscious thought now, and then moving your attention, shifting your focus, and letting it go. And you can dominate life, guys. Don't let fear hold you back any longer, right? Fear is always part of life, guys. It's always going to be there, but it's all made up. You're just having fearful thoughts. Everything that is circumvented around fear is all made up. So let it go today, guys. Live with purpose, live with passion, and don't let fear interfere with your life any longer. Pursue what you want. Do what you want. Be yourself, right? Know who you are and go after your goals with passion and purpose and zest, and dominate every single day of your life. Guys, if you enjoy this podcast, make sure to share it with other men. Tag other men down below. Let them know, man, you need to listen to this guy, right? Because one man at a time, we are going to change the landscape of this world, and that is my mission, gentlemen. So with that being said, of course, like always, if you want to 10x your income, if you want to 10x your impact, and you want to fulfill your God-given purpose on this earth, then I invite you to go to richardmugica.com/man up and apply there if you think you got what it takes. All right, guys, we're out. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.